Good morning, evening, afternoon, night, wherever in the world you may be, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing today? I know I didn't get to end in the other video the way that I usually do. Sorry about that. Ran out of room on the phone. Had to delete some stuff. Not the important stuff. Anyway, yeah, ran out of room and didn't get a chance to show the view from where I was parked at. And I know I didn't get a chance to actually see and make sure that yes, I did tarp the thing and everything. Let's see if I can do this thing right here, because oh, you can't cut it at home because you're in a video. Stupid phone. I swear to you. Tried to cut the flashlight on just then. Didn't work. Yeah, however, it's been a few days, and I'm already way over in Pennsylvania. And he set this load up on me, and I was supposed to deliver the thing today. Oh, Lordy. It is Saturday. I had the thing delivered today, but a problem arose with, trying to run long distances over the days that the amount of time that I was getting back on my recaps, long distances. It just didn't work out. I mean, I'm literally setting, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm sitting at the old flying hook here at exit 77, out here off of 81, and I made it all the way over. I think I had like 40-something minutes left on my time, and I was going to push further, but then I remembered I better get the fuel and depth that I need while I'm still in this state before crossing over into Jersey and New York and Connecticut and all that stuff over there, because I do believe it's still cheaper here than what it is there. So with the amount of time that I'm getting back tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be able to make it. It's been a heck of a ride. I mean, I think the next morning after I filmed what I did and uploaded, I got all the way from that truck stop. I made my way all the way back down to the 10 and everything, went and weighed out. Sure enough, old doofus there at the mine, he moved the load too far forward. And let's see if I can find the scale. Is this the one? Yes, it is. The scale ticket right here showed where he put the stuff. He put massive spacing, and I was hoping that he would have had it all together, but he put massive spacing in between each pile of product back there, spacing everything forward, putting more weight forward. So the let me see if y'all can see that right there. The way that it's got 11,960 on my steer, 33,440 on my drives, and then 31,280 on my trailer. Now, with my steers was only 40 away from being at the limit. The drives being 33.4, and then the trailer only being 31.2. What I had to do, and we're gonna try this again. I may need a flashlight for this one. But, yep. We're going to check her out again. We're going to check her out. Just how it be. Well, with me being so close on the steers, of course, I wanted to move a little bit of weight backwards. So, and there being a major weight difference between the drives and the tandems here. Yeah. I had to go and do this. Now, with me having to go, let's see if I can get a little bit of light on here. Of course, I had to take more of the dunnage. I moved dunnage from the center of the trailer back here to the back, put chains and stuff on there. I've actually got 3 things back here on the back of the trailer. Damn it, still ain't coming in. Oh, let me see if this side will be better. Because I want to show y'all exactly what I did. Okay. You see? As you can see, yeah, it's timed all the way up. I got a little shot. But I had to move 3 bulkheads to where I could move weight from the center of the trailer and then move from the back of the truck to the trailer. Add more weight with the chains and binders and stuff. Yeah, I still got a little bit there that I can still work with. So it's like moving all that stuff there, and I've still got room to actually, I've got more that I can move to the back. The problem is, it's well, pretty much, if I could read what was in my driver's side fuel tank, I wouldn't be having to play the guessing game on fuel and def. So I'm having to leave the thing switched over to my passenger tank. Now I flip it over to the left tank on here, and it shoots up to full, which is a dang lie, because I went and checked it out several times. I swear, whenever people see me poking my head up under there, they probably thought that I was trying to huff old diesel fuel. Not that stupid. I've done stupid crap in my life, but I'm not that dumb. Alright. But it shows full. Gonna definitely have to get these folks to figure out what's wrong with this to fix this, because I do know that every time that the fuel gets down to the quarter mark, leaving it on the passenger tank, I've only been getting 100 gallons each time, and it sucked. It sucks doing that, because you really don't know whether or not you're going to make it to another fuel stop, if you're going to run out of fuel, especially crossing mountains with that uneven weight back there. Yeah, it doesn't pull correctly. It doesn't pull right. But how it showed y'all that back there, sometimes you have to figure out ways to get there and move weight toward the trailer. You have to figure out how to adjust your weights and stuff like that. See, this is something that I was told from one of the guys that that was training me and whatnot on showing me how to do this flatbedding thing. He had mentioned it, and then I tried it, and sure enough, I mean, it moves a little bit of weight for each time you do that, but he had mentioned it, I'd done it, and it works well enough. However, when wind is going over your load and it's dropping off of the back side, that wind's nailing those things right there. Heck, it's actually hitting the one on the front too. That may be part of the reason why the truck's got a little wiggle in the wheel. Well, it makes it hard for the thing to be held in the lane and whatnot, and also with the weight being set the way that it is or whatnot, having way more weight on the truck rather than trailer. Now, of course, when doing dry vans and stuff like that, really can't work with it as well as doing this right here. At least this right here, you can move the stuff back, and so you got the deal. Like what I'm playing with now is figuring out the fuel and DEF levels to keep myself legal. You know, you still got, I can slide the fifth wheel if I need to. I can open the trailer up. I can spread the axles. But where I'm going to, I had to make sure that he had it far enough forward to where I wouldn't have to open them up, because me going up into Connecticut on this load, I think the thing states that they've got to be closed in the state of Connecticut anyway. And another buddy of mine was telling me that there is an exception to the rule. I don't know it for sure because I haven't actually read up on it. But if what he's saying is true, that's only, you know, if you get off of the interstate, you got to have the weights legal to where you can have them closed. But staying on the interstates, they didn't really care. Now, I'm not saying go out and do this. What I am saying is you check on that, because I don't want to get anybody in a world of shit. You know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble for, you know, listening to that. But, you know, that is what I was told from a buddy of mine. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, because I got to finish going out this thing, make sure I got enough fuel and DEF topped off here, and I'm pretty sure they're going to send me over to Rhode Island. Anytime you're over in that general area or whatnot, they tend to send you over to Rhode Island, and that's probably most likely where I'm going to end up being. I don't mind it. I mean, it's a super easy load if it is. But also, I hope I don't get chewed out too bad anymore. Cause I already had somebody complained about it before, about not having the thing there on time. Then I get caught up again, and I know that, you know, I'm trying to do my best out here as far as this whole getting this load moved across here in a timely manner on the time that I get back. However, my dispatcher told me, was trying to work this thing out to where after I deliver there, to find somewhere safe and legal and do a 34. But I mean, don't really have to do a 34. You could set for a 24-hour period for a solid 24 hours. And build enough time back to run the next couple of days with decent time before it gets small again and get down again. But you can do the 34 and reset the entire weekly deal to go at it again and hit it hard every time after. But it's been a little over 2 weeks since I've had one. But as long as time's on that clock right there, and if I can pull a miracle, if I can pull off a miracle somehow, which I hate to tell you, this load wasn't one of them. But if you can pull loads off and stuff, running off of the recap like that right there, then I say just keep going for it. And it'll work out. It'll work out. Oh man. So for any flatbedders out there, or any upcoming new folks that's wanting to come out and do the flatbedding, moving dunnies, chains, and binders to the back, or moving them on the trailer or whatnot, is one way to adjust the weights and everything, along with your fifth wheel and your if you've got the spread axle, or if they're in a fixed tandem configuration, which is what you see on most boxes. Yeah, I did that for over 5.5 years, but yeah, I've noticed a major difference here since I came over doing this compared to what I was doing over there to drive vans and reefers over at a certain company. I noticed that I gained a ton of weight doing that, because I mean, always sitting on your butt, just driving. You get no cardio, you get no workout other than walking around and doing some dropping hooks or swinging doors, or I mean, hell, you don't really have to walk a whole lot over there. But this here, you actually work. And with me being down, now, as you can tell, man, these big old chunky cheeks and everything, I'm still a big guy. But I'm nowhere near as big as what I was whenever I first came over to this company. And, I struggled in the beginning, I'm not even going to lie. But I had that drive, I had the heart, I had that determination to figure out how to do this. So, hopefully y'all got a better view. This go around here, and I do have it tarped. I've got a bulkhead in the front, bulkhead in the rear, along with 2 other things back there to adjust weights. Fixing to roll up off of this thing here, but before I do, it's just you just want to remind everybody, to quit driving like dummies and actually start driving with a little sense. Drive like you know what you're doing, rather than I have no clue what I'm doing. Several times coming out across there, I mean, having people just like coming up this one construction zone. And it was over in Texas, coming off of, we were coming up to 27 because I needed to get up to 40. A lady just out of nowhere just slams on her brakes in the middle of the interstate. Has a mile-long line behind her, not realizing I'm right there, you know. These couple of vehicles or whatnot, big yield sign, no blinkers on half of them, but they had a yield sign, and we were in the travel lane. We were moving, just out of the blue, just slams on her brakes in the middle of the interstate. Thank God for proper securement, because that would have ended up badly that morning. You know, you don't slam on your brakes in the middle of that. And then earlier today on the 76 here in PA, the turnpike, coming up out of Breezewood. You know, you come out of Breezewood and you start climbing up a mountain toward the top, because this thing being so far out of balance. Truck drags, but I'm over here. I'm just shifting. I'm just getting at it. Some goofball in a semi was pulled over on the shoulder at the top, right where the lane merges back over. He had plenty of opportunities to hit wider spots, but he chooses a narrow spot on the shoulder. Had his semi sitting right there. I'm trying to get my speed up to where I can merge over, and some jackass is going to be sitting right on the side of me. And there's signs coming up this thing, okay? There's signs coming up this thing that says that lane is ending. Had the blinker on. They stayed right there. And, you know, it almost turned into a very bad day at that point. Because it's like, alright, I'm picking up speed, and now I have to jam my brakes to let this car go ahead to where I can cut over in a hurry to keep from hitting this truck. And everybody that's hauled heavy loads like this knows that these damn things are not going to slow down as quick as you want them to. And, well, this one right here, it didn't slow down as quick as I wanted to. I had the Jake full on, and I had my foot jamming the brake. Because, you know, if I would have kept right on going, you know, there could have been three different accidents up there. So if they got a yield sign and they're having to merge, that's a indicator right there. If they're having to merge, that they're supposed to yield to traffic. You don't stop in the middle of traffic. If you're broke down, whether it's in a semi or a personal vehicle, never park in the middle of a freaking curve or just over the crest of a freaking hill. Don't do it. If you're having a hard time understanding the reason why, our semis are on average about 8 freaking feet wide, okay? Yeah, probably a little less than that, but we're over 60, 70 feet long. So we can't just bob and weave in and out of traffic as we dang sure please, as so many of you out there. And then it causes accidents and stuff. I don't care if tire blows out and that thing, and you don't want to damage your rims. I don't care if your truck is on its last leg and it's about to go up, you know. I don't care. I would rather, you know, see that crap out there. I'd rather see you in a safe place, along with seeing, you know, having us in a safe place at the same time. We don't want to hit your vehicles. We don't want to hit y'all. Y'all don't want to get hit by us. You don't want to be in the way of anything, you know. Just drive normal. Drive and pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't park in curbs. Don't park over the crest of hills, because that was almost today was almost a bad day for me. So, don't get off of here. And as always, for all of my friends and family back home, all over the country, even around the world, if it's hot where you are, stay cool. If it's cool where you are, stay warm. Get out there, stay safe, and for God's sake, pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. I mean it. You gotta pay attention. Don't do anything stupid. Holla.